Welcome, everyone. This is Pam Dunwald with Your Nurse Advocate Consulting, and we are here with LaRinda Lollis, and I am excited to learn. She has a very unique business kind of in the healthcare space. It's a business to serve others and to help people go through some of the challenging aspects of dealing with an aging adult or other maybe ill family members. And so we're going to talk a little bit with LaRinda today, find out the name of her business, what it's all about, how you can access that, and just what type of service that she can help with. In with Your Nurse Advocate Consulting, we've had many conversations and many videos on the importance of advanced directives, living wills, having all your affairs in orders. But LaRinda, she takes that one step further, to help you and actually gets in the weeds with you to actually manage those. What do you do with your past? What do you do with all these things related to these documents? So enough from me. So let's turn it over. LaRinda, please tell us a little bit about your business, the name, and how you got started.
Hi, Pam, and thanks for having me this morning. The name of my business is Expert Virtual Services. And in 2018, my late husband passed away. And we had just bought 20 acres 6 months earlier of land. And my brother comes to me and he goes, you're going to have to sell the property. And I'm like, I know, I can't do the upkeep on it, but I really liked it out there. It was peaceful. So he told me, he said, I want you to sell the property, quit your job, move in with us for 6 months, figure out what you want to do with the rest of your life. You've always been the caretaker. You've always taken care of everyone else. It's time someone took care of you. So it took me 4 months to sell the property. And then I moved in with him, and he lived an hour and a half away from where I worked. So for 3 months, I would drive in and stay the night or stay the week with friends on Sunday evenings, and then go back to my brother's for the weekends. And I did that for 3 months. I finally got tired of it. So I finally let that job go. And a month after letting it go, I found Kathy Guggenauer's training to become a virtual assistant. And a month after starting that training, I had my first client. And so I help others with operations. I bring peace out of chaos in their back-end systems by managing emails, calendars, teams, and getting their processes written, especially the ICE SOP, the in case of emergency. Because when my husband passed, he had a key in his wallet that to this day, I still don't know what it went to. And so I want to help others who are going through something similar. I want to get them so that they have everything organized, they have everything in place, so that they're not having to look for stuff while they're in that grieving process, because you need time to grieve.
Absolutely. And as nurse advocates, we focus more on the healthcare things, but like you said, with the property, there's so much more. I mean, it's so much bigger than that. There are so many more things, your insurance policies, your life insurance, your just all of that stuff.
Yeah.
And LaRinda, I know we talked a little bit before. Now, your services are both for the individual consumers and also
Mhm.
for businesses, correct?
Exactly.
Tell
Yeah.
us.
I want to help, especially the individual, make sure they have all their stuff in one place for their loved ones to be able to go to that file cabinet or wherever you have it and be able to open it up and say, oh, okay, she did have life insurance policy. Or, oh, I didn't know she had that bank account. And it's just to help in those cases so that you just have everything in one place. It's easier to go to that one place.
So tell us a little bit, LaRinda. So can you share a story or like a real life example of how you put your work into place, so to speak, like from start, I mean, to give us an idea about how the process works.
Regarding the ice.
Yes.
Okay. So what I did, I have remarried and we decided to go on a trip. And so what I did was I made a spreadsheet with all of my accounts, the passwords, and who needed to be contacted if anything happened. And I left it in my file drawer so that my stepson would know where the information was.
Mhm,
Um, his response was, I don't want to know.
mhm,
Nothing's going to happen. I don't want to know this. Just,
mhm,
I
mhm,
want to ignore it. And your loved ones are probably going to have pretty much the same reaction,
mhm, mhm,
but at least it's there. And in
mhm,
the back of his mind, he knows it's there.
mhm.
So if something does ever happen to us, he knows where to go to be able to start the process of trying to shut everything down. And that goes for my business as well as personal.
I interviewed my daughter, she's 44, amongst with other adult children of aging parents. And so during the interview, we were asking, what are some of the things that you're most concerned about when it comes to having to manage the care of your aging parent? And what stood out in all the interviews that we did was a very common denominator, and that is that they are afraid to make the wrong decisions. They're afraid to, that they won't know what they need to do. And
Mm-hmm.
so with your service, Lorinda, I mean, can you share some information on how that helps, or what can that do for that adult child as far as peace of mind goes?
Um, I helped take care of my mother. And so I was contact for everything for her as well. And it helped to know that, okay, I know what her accounts are. My name is on them if anything happens. I also knew where her life insurance policy was. So I knew I would be able to pay for her burial.
Mhm,
And so this is just putting things into place because when my dad died, about 10 years earlier, we didn't have anything in place. And so my brother and I, out of 4 kids, my brother and I had to scrounge the money to pay for his funeral.
mhm, mhm.
And so if I can help someone else not have to go through that, I've done my job.
So, Lorinda, let me ask you this. Do you also help manage the digital things as well? So like emails, passwords, or online banking, or like, what do people need to think about when they're trying to prepare or allow their children not to have to go through a lot of this stress and anxiety if something does happen? I know we don't like to think about it, but I just believe that the more prepared you are, then nothing's going to happen. So,
Exactly. And what I will do is I will sit down with you and we will go through everything. I have an ICE template that lists stuff that you might need, that you
mhm,
need to look for, so that you can have it in that one folder or that one spreadsheet.
mhm,
And so I will sit down with you and we can go through that.
mhm.
Now, when it comes to passwords and all of that, I can help you put it into a spreadsheet. However, once I send it to you, I erase everything off my drive.
Mhm,
So I don't have access to it because I don't want it.
mhm. So, Lorinda, in speaking about what you do, is there anything or any subject about your business that we haven't touched on that you would like to speak to?
Just, I've been told I'm very calming. And so I can bring that peace to your life over this, do not be afraid to do this, because if you do this, it's not meaning that you're bringing the end closer.
Mhm.
It's just going to make it easier for
Mhm.
those who are left behind.
Mhm. So, LaRinda, how would people, what is the best way for people to reach you, and how do they find you? How do they get in touch with you?
You can reach me by email, which is LARINDA as in Peter at gmail.com. Or you can go to my website at expertvirtualservices with an S.com.
And we will, for those of you that are going to be watching this video, we will have those links available in the description of the video. So they will be very, very handy for you to be able to reach out to LaRinda. And, I can't encourage everyone enough to bite the bullet, take this step to get organized. Your family will so appreciate it, for you doing this. I lost my mother-in-law this past spring, and in going through the house, my father-in-law had passed away several years earlier, and just everything to go through. And thank goodness that she was very well organized and left notes and had everything there. We just needed then to carry out her wishes. And so we didn't need to make decisions. So I just encourage everyone, take advantage of LaRinda's help and to put this together, because basically what you're putting together is a peace of mind package for your family once you're not here
Yes.
anymore. And I can't think of a better gift to be able to give your family than something like that. So, LaRinda, any closing words that you'd like to share?
Uh, just bite the bullet on it, and I will help you any way I can. And the ICE template is free. So you can take it and use it any way you want.
Thank you, LaRinda. It's been very, very enlightening, and it's been very great to talk to you. I look forward to LaRinda will be on our Patient Advocate Match Healthcare Services directory. So you can also find her there, and we will share all that information with you. And we look forward to hearing some stories about how LaRinda's been able to help you and to put some of these processes in place. So that being said, we will see you soon on another video. Take care.
Thank you.